ಬಾ ಭವಾನಿ ಮೇಮ್ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡು. ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೋ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಡಿ. ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡೆ ಊಟ ಆತ್ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದಿ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಬಂತೀನಿ. ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೆನಪಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. Madam, you are unmuted now. Madam.
Yeah, I'll wait for the children to come.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sir?
madam. We'll wait for some time.
Yeah,
Madam.
yeah. Excuse me. All the students who are here, in the chat box, I have given a link. Kindly give your feedback for the morning session. You can just click it and enter. Just 2 or 3 questions are there. I would request you to kindly fill it up.
Madam, shall we start?
Just 1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
Okay, okay.
I want to open the link for the children to fill it up.
Okay, madam.
I should have done it long back. Somehow, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I have given them a link, but I want them to fill it up.
Madam.
Okay. Not finding it. Okay, I'll give it in the third session in case it doesn't open, so it's fine.
Ma'am, do you have the feedback link for every session?
No, only for one session.
Only
one session is good enough, but if it doesn't open, I will probably, ma'am, once again send the feedback link.
Yeah, they are saying.
I'll do it again later on. Okay, sir?
Okay.
Now we can start.
Okay, let me, madam, one second.
Yes. What's your good name? I didn't find out.
Bhavani, ma'am.
Bhavani.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. All the best, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Now we are entering into the second session of today, which is on simulations using spreadsheet. Let me request Sarmishta Sahu, ma'am, to begin with second session. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, Bhavani. Extremely wonderful. It's a pleasant sight to see you always introducing the program. Yeah, and welcome to all the children over here. I think I'm seeing some 161 of you have joined. Keep it up. Okay. Which means since the number has decreased, did you all get bored in the morning? Yes?
Yes, madam.
I want you to put in the chat yes or no so that I can change my style. No, ma'am. Okay, so great. Now we are going to do about simulations, which I will use a spreadsheet, correct? So what exactly a spreadsheet is, what is simulation, we'll just talk about it. And after that, we will see how we can learn it together. All right. No, I'm not able to pin, or should I be able to pin myself? Yeah. Okay, done. Now what we are going to talk is what is simulation. First we should know that, and then what we should know what is a spreadsheet, then what is the connection between them and how we can use them, right? So now suppose I tell you, you have a room where you are sitting. The room floor of the room is having tiles. These tiles are rectangular in shape. Okay, imagine the whatever I'm saying. And that rectangular shape means there are two lines which are parallel to each other. Yes or no? So all the tiles have two lines or many lines which are parallel to each other in one direction. Now I'm asking you, take a coin from your pocket, throw it on the floor and tell me, if you throw it 100 times, how many times your coin will go and touch the line, and all other times, of course, it will not touch the line. So my question is, take out a coin, toss it 100 times, and then find out how many times it is touching the line. Can you make a guess first, whether you can tell me what exactly should be the number? Any of you understood my problem? This is what I want you to do. So if you have free time, take out a coin from your pocket and then toss it. Guess how many times it will touch the line, and then actually do it and find out how many times it is touching the line. Now first you guess and tell me. Can you? Somebody? No, you really can't guess. You can't guess. Okay. But do you want to make a wild guess? 100 times I will put the coin. This many times it will touch the line. Make a wild guess. 2, 5, 10, 15, whatever you want to say. Out of 100, how many times? Let's see how many, whether you are close to the answer or not. I want to see how you are guessing. Did you understand the problem? What I want you to, 25. Okay, Meghna says 25. Meghna says no, probability will be 1. No, sorry. Meghna, probability 1 means 100 times if I put, 100 times it will touch the line. It will be less than 1. Yes, it will be less than 1. Perfect. It will be less than 1. How much? Will it be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5? Like that, can you guess? Half. Okay, Divya says it will be half. Anybody else? Divya, can you explain? 0.5. 0.5 and half are same. Sneha is also telling 0.5. Sneha, can you tell me why you are saying 0.5? What makes you say 0.5? Are you thinking of any reason why it should be 0.5? Any guess? Or you just simply told? Divya, did you think while answering for half, why it is half? No answer. Okay. It's a difficult situation. So you are not able to give a straightforward answer. I will also not be able to give you any perfect answer saying that, okay, this many times it will touch or not. Long back, 200, 300 years back, there was a scientist who did this by himself and found out the reason, what it should be, why it should be like this, and so on. That whatever he had done, it is known as the Buffon's needle. And we will have a game of Buffon's needle first before we go into the actual understanding of this problem. Okay, so what is Buffon's needle? I will take this. I have made a graph sheet. In the graph sheet, I have drawn some parallel lines. Okay, on the graph sheet, I will throw some, not coins, but now I will throw some needles. This is my simulation of a needle. It is just a matchstick which I have cut after using it. So the matchstick has been used and I have kept it with me to play with it. What is the length of this matchstick? To make my game simple, I have made this distance equivalent to the distance between the two lines. Okay, so now if I take these matchsticks, roughly about 100 of them are here. If I take a few of them and put it on this paper, I will know this many have touched the line, this many have not touched the line. I will actually count it one by one by one by one and find out how many of them are touching the line. I want to play with all 100 of them. Therefore, I will not put all 100 together, because if I put all 100 on this one A4 size sheet, it will become fully crowded and I will not be able to do it. So I will take a small handful, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, and then put it on the paper, find out how many of them are cutting. Then I will keep that aside, take another 10 and put it. Like that I will do repeatedly till all 100 needles are over. Okay, this game is known as Buffon's needle because this gentleman, Buffon, T.D. Buffon, had done this first. Therefore, to give regards to him, we call it as the Buffon's needle game. We will actually play it and find out how many of them are cutting. From that, we will see what exactly is simulation and how we can do it with a spreadsheet. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is, it is difficult for me to show you the entire game on my table. Again, I have to make my camera upside down. So I have actually video recorded the game just a few hours before, so I can show it to you, and then we will play the game together and understand how it is working. Okay, so this is how it is. I have to first share. I'm sorry. I have to share my screen. Then I will. 1 minute. I will open this. Are you able to see? You are able to see. Okay. Now this is the table that I was talking about, my paper, on which I have drawn those lines, and I want to play this game, Buffon's needle. Okay. put the needles onto this paper, count the number of needles which are cutting it. And from that, I want to find out something. Let us see what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's do it. Start. Watch the video. You will understand the game. If you want, you can write it down. Okay, now the video of this thing is not, I'm sorry, the audio of this video is not audible. So I will give you a running commentary while the video is playing. So I'm just showing it to you. The two lines are separated by the same distance as the matchstick, 4 centimeters. The matchsticks are 4 centimeters. The lines are also 4 centimeters. Now I'm going to take a few of them, throw it on the paper, count the number of sticks which are cutting the line. So this is my box of matchstick that I'm showing to you. I'm going to use them all. Okay. I've told you all this, so I'm just repeating in the video. Yeah, handful of them, thrown it. Okay. Now I'm going to see which one of these matchsticks is cutting. 1, I'm going to count them. 2, this is not cutting. This is cutting. 3, this is cutting. 4, this is cutting. 5, this is cutting. 6, this is cutting. 7 out of 10. So I'm writing capital N for the total number, small n for the number that was cutting. So 10 is my total number, 7 was cutting. I'm writing it in a piece of paper on the right hand side. You can't see, I will show it to you. 1, 2, 3. While bringing, if it touches, not to be counted. 4, 5. I think 5 out of 5 or 6 out of 9. I didn't pay attention. Anyway, I have written it down. So maybe 6 out of 10. Again, I'm throwing once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 I forgot. Over here there was 1, but I forgot. So 5 out of 10 I have written. Actually, it should have been 6 out of 10. But you are likely to make a mistake. Again, I am doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 9. Okay, once more I'm going to do till everything is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm checking whether this is the shadow or it is actually cutting. If it is not cutting, I will not take it out. Okay, so 5 out of 10. Again, I'm going to do it once more. The paper is much bigger than my mobile screen. That's why you can't see a part of it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 out of 9. I'm writing it. Again, I'm taking some more. Okay. Doesn't matter if it falls first or together, doesn't matter. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of 10, 7. Okay. Again, some more I've put. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 out of 7. Surprising. But yes, somebody was telling probability will be 100. 1. Here it is 1. Okay. Again, I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 12. You're watching what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just repeating this. It's a 5-minute video, 6-minute video, so it doesn't take much time. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 out of 12. Okay. How many more times? I don't know. Maybe another 2 times. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 3 out of 5. Okay. Now here is what I was writing. So I'm now going to total it up. Total number that I have used, I'm adding it up. Not very fast, so I'm doing it slowly. Shakuntala Devi can do it like this. Look at it and tell the total. I can't. Okay. So out of 160, how many were cutting? We are looking at it. Okay. Then I'm asking you to do something. Just multiply 2 with 116 and divide it by 66 and tell me how much it is. So 2 multiplied by the total number divided by the total number of needles which cut. 2 into 116 divided by 66 and tell me how much it is. Quickly, you can calculate and tell. Yes. I want to have the chat in front of me so that it is easy for you to answer and me to tell. Yeah. Chat. Okay. So I have shown you 3.515. Previously also 2-3 times I have done. Once I got 3.5. Once I got 2.6. So what do you think this number is? 3.5, 2.6, 3.5, average, on an average. Is it telling you something that you know of? Any of you? Please tell me. Yes, tell me. Value of pi. Jai Shri Shiv Kumar. Excellent. God bless you. Yes, it is something close. Something close to pi. 3.5 once I got, 2.66 once I got, 3.5 once I got, 3 like that. If you keep on doing number of times, you will find that it is coming closer to pi. The more number of times you do, the average will become closer and closer to the expected constant that we are looking for or we will get, and that will be close to pi. Now, what does it give you? What sense does it give you? Tell me. That by a simple experiment like this, I can find out a very profound constant like pi. Isn't it surprising? Did you know that it would give you a value of pi? Yes or no? I don't think. I'm sure you wouldn't have thought of it and told that yes. So this, we can find out a constant very easily, provided, I think I want to see your chats so that I can talk to you simultaneously. That what you are saying, what you feel, I can see that. Okay. I can move it over here or not? It's not moving. Okay. Now, so that we can find out a very important constant. So what I did, I was simulating. Actually, Buffon's needle was actually played with a needle. Not only that, it was done by mathematicians by calculating, by using a particular formula. I have not used anything. I just did a modeling of a simple experiment which can be done in your home, and then I'm trying to find out this. So this is what is known as a simulation. You are simulating something, and from that simulation you are trying to learn. Now here we saw that it took me 6 minutes or 5 minutes or something to play with just 116 matchstick. And I saw that the value that I got is 3.515. If I'm looking at this constant pi, it is not really 3.14. We know that the value of pi is 3.14, but we are not getting 3.14. I got it 3.5. Again, when I'm playing, I'm doing it, I'm getting it as 2.66. Next time when I do, I'm getting it as 3.3. So it is changing from each time. How can I be sure that I will get the value of pi when I'm doing this game? What do you suggest? What should I be able to do so that I get a value which is close to pi? Anybody? Please suggest. How can I make sure that the value that I'm getting is close to pi? Yes, I want you to suggest. I told you, you will watch, you will see, you will learn, you will gather knowledge by yourself and share it with the others. Experimental value. Yeah, we are getting an experimental value. How can I? Yes, take less number of matchstick or more number of matchstick. The value will come closer to 3.14 by taking less number of matchsticks or more number of matchsticks. Because if I take less number of matchsticks, you saw once I got 7 out of 7, which means probability is equivalent to 1. Once I got 7 out of 10, so the probability is 0.7. Once I got 3 out of 10, so it was probability was 0.3. If I take 10 matchsticks, small number, then the probability is going to vary wildly. It can become 0.1, it can become 1, it can be 0.3 and so on. But when I keep on taking more and more and more and more matchstick, I can get better and better value, right? So most of you are suggesting, yes, if I take more and more number of matchsticks, it is going to give me better and better value. All of us know about it. So if you tell me, okay, so why did you take only 100? Take 1,000, take 10,000, take 1 million and do the game, then we'll get a proper value. How much time will it take? How much of effort I have to put in? And look at the monotony. The same thing I will be doing over and over and over and over again to be able to count. And it is so boring. You will get fed up. You will not like the game anymore. It will not be having the fun element that was there when I did it first time with small number. So therefore, I want to manage all this. I don't want to get bored. I want to enjoy my activity. I want to get the value also correctly. I cannot play with 1 million pin and do it manually. So what is the best choice? What else can I do? Please suggest. I don't want to do it manually. I'll get bored. I'll get fed up. I don't want to repeat the same thing and have a monotonous whole day. It will not even finish in whole day. It will take me 2-3 days or 5 days. I don't know. I don't want to do it. So what should I do? Can anybody suggest? What is the best way of playing the game, getting the fun out of it, getting the value that is expected, and yet not getting bored? Yes, some of you, I'm sure you know. You know, or you will find out and tell me. I'm 100% sure. So please tell me, what can I do? Yes. I want you to suggest. I don't want to suggest myself. Please tell me. Come on. How can I improve? Computer. You don't know the answer? Can I not use the computer and play the game with the help of a computer and get my value? Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me, right. Yes, very good. We can. Okay, so let us see how we can do it. And if we can do it, what is the procedure, etc. So before that, let me just share this PPT of mine and tell you what exactly we are looking at and how we will go about doing it. Okay. Now, why is the chat box always coming in the center? Okay, this is better so that I can interact with you at the same time also show you this. Okay, what's happening? Right. So this is what is the name of that game, Buffon's Needle, and it is done by a particular simulation that I will use, which is known as the Monte Carlo simulation. The names may be new, but the procedure is not new, and I will make it clear to you very soon. So what do we know about pi? Anybody please answer. What is pi? Who can give me the answer? What is pi? All of us know about it. So please write, we wrote PIE pi. It is actually PI, not PIE. PIE is the eating pie, cake pie. This pi is PI. Okay, now what do you mean by pi? What do you know about pi? Yes, 22 by 7, 3.14. Very good, very good, very good. Excellent. So we know about it. Okay. So we know that pi is equivalent to, oh, if y'all are using, I think I can't use or what? Yeah, right. So pi is an irrational number. Just now you told 22 by 7. If you divide 22 by 7, you don't get just 3.14. You will get a number which is keeping on, never ending number. So it's a fascinating number which is going to keep on and on and on and on and on. The number will go on and on. You cannot stop it. Okay. And it is a number which is very funny. If pi was not there, then we cannot talk about the earth rotating about the sun rotating about something else. We can't talk about it. That means we don't know how the earth will move. Can you? Yes, Akshata is telling it is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter. That's also one way of describing. What else? It is very surprising. Mathematicians have found that out. On the globe, there are rivers. The rivers are moving in all possible directions, starting from the mountain, let us say, and ending near the ocean. So this gentleman, Hans Henrik Stolem, found out that whatever is the path that is taken by the river, if you actually measure that whole length, divide it by the distance from this mouth to the exit point, that ratio is also equivalent to pi. Can you imagine? He showed that the average sinuosity of the river around the world is pi. Sinuosity is this whole length divided by this shortest distance. Now, how is it possible? Just now somebody was telling me that the ratio of the circumference to the diameter is a circle. Akshata told me. So if you look at this path, which is going along the river, it is made up of small, small circles. Small. So this is one part of a circle. This is the diameter. So this divided by this should be equivalent to pi. If I'm talking about this, this is a part of the circle divided by the diameter. If I'm looking at this, this is a part of a circle divided by this is equivalent to diameter. Like that, if you divide the whole length of the river, you will say that it is equivalent to circumference divided by diameter, which is equivalent to pi. That's how Hans found out that the total average sinuosity of the river is equivalent to pi. Very interesting, very, very interesting. I never thought of it before that, yes, it could be happening like that. And this tossing a coin on the floor, yes, that was also done long time back to find out how many of the coins were tossing the line. And from that, they had found out the value of pi. This French gentleman, Georges Losses-Lequer, Comte de Buffon, he generalized the game. He did this game, found out the probability. From the probability, he showed that there is this constant pi, which is related to the probability. Knowing the probability, he calculated the value of pi and he gave a general formula. What is that general formula? He showed it to us that if the probability is equivalent to small n divided by capital N, then the value of pi is equivalent to 2 divided by the probability, provided the needle length is equivalent to the length of the line. Please note, I took my matchstick, which was equal in length, 4 centimeters. The distance between the two lines was also equivalent to 4 centimeters. Therefore, I used this formula and I calculated the value of pi. Otherwise, this formula cannot be used. It has to be modified. How it will be modified, we'll look at it. So after this experiment was done and generalized and all that, there was another gentleman, Italian mathematician, whose name is Mario Lazzarini. He threw the needle 4,000 times to actually prove this. And then he calculated the value of pi, but he didn't find out only 3.14. Okay, he actually calculated it up to 6 decimal place by this experiment. Therefore, it is an achievement. Remember, this was done some 126 years ago, and now it will be 140 years ago. In 140 years ago also, he was able to do this simple experiment and calculate the value of pi accurately to 6 decimal places. So credit goes to him. Okay, so how do I prove that the formula pi is equivalent to 2 times the total number of needles divided by the number of needles cut? I'm just showing it to you. 1 minute, please. Sorry for disturbance. Yeah. So what I'm talking about is, if I'm going to throw the needles onto the two parallel lines, how will the needle fall? I cannot say. It is going to be a random thing. So I'm just showing it to you. Suppose the needle is falling in any one of these ways. I'm just showing it to you separately. Suppose the needle is falling like this, or the needle can fall 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 like this. And this is, let us say, one line on which it is falling and I want to count. So if it is falling in all possible directions, what is the inclination of this needle? Inclination, I will say, with respect to the vertical. So suppose I'm talking about this vertical. What is this inclination? Is it equivalent to this? Is this inclination equal to this? No. If it is falling like this, then the inclination is equivalent to 0. If it is falling like this, then the inclination is equivalent to this. If it is falling like this, then the inclination is it is like this. How will the inclination change? And I want you to answer. What will be the range, how it is going to incline on the tile, so that it may be cutting, may not be cutting? Yes? This is the inclination. If I draw the vertical line, if I call this as the inclination, then how will the inclination change? From what value to what value? Yes? I want you to tell. What is the range at which the angles will change when the needle is thrown on the tile? Because you want to simulate it, you have to tell. And if you don't find out yourself, then you can't do it. I'm not going to do the entire thing. I'm going to have you doing it. So if you do it, you will have to think and give the answer. If you don't give the answer, then how will I know? I can't progress. Okay, so please tell me, how much will be the angle? 0 degrees, 50 degrees, or 0 to 100 degrees, or pi to 2 pi, or 0 to pi? What will it be? It will be from plus pi to minus pi. Correct? Yes? You're not answering. Yes or no? You please write. Write on the thing, chat box. Yes, I'm so good that. Okay. So now you have understood that when the needles are falling on the line, my theta is going to change. And the range is from, I can say 0 to 2 pi, or I can say pi to minus pi to plus pi, depending upon the sign. So I will say it is changing from 0 to 2 pi. Perfect. Now look at this needle. When the needle is falling like this, if I draw one line from here, or from the lower tip to the line in the vertical direction, this distance is now the D. D is the distance of the lower pin of the needle when it is touching the line. So this distance is equivalent to D. Over here, 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 this small distance is equivalent to D. What will be the range which D can have? D is the distance from the tip of the needle to where the line is in the vertical direction. So this is D. 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 How much can D change? Any one of you, if I say that the needle has a length equivalent to L, then how much can D change? From what to what? I want you to answer. I hope you are understanding. If you don't understand, only yes, plus L to minus L, I would say 0 to L. So it would change from 0 to L. See over here it is almost equivalent to L, and here it is almost equivalent to 0. Okay, so you will have from the maximum length to the minimum length, it will be equivalent to 0 to L. So then the D can change from 0 to L, and the theta can change from 0 to 2 pi. That I'm plotting a graph. What am I plotting? I'm plotting over here. When D changes from 0 to L, and when pi changes from 0 to 2 pi, I have to minimize this or bring it this side. Hey, what happened? Okay, then I can plot a graph, and then I can show that it is going to make a curve like this. Just imagine this. Suppose I turn one of these needles round fully. Then how it will look? It will look like a curve like this when it is cutting. Okay, that is what I have plotted over here. So when I plot D versus theta, I will get when the lines are cutting, it will form a graph like this. So anywhere if the line is cutting the thing in this inside this graph, they will cut the line. If it is over here, they will not cut the line. So the area over which it will be present is equivalent to this orange rectangle. And how many of those lines will be cut is given by this area. So what is probability? Probability is the number of pins which are cutting divided by the total number of pins. The total number of pins which are cutting will be inside this area. The total number of pins which I have used will be in this area. Therefore, probability is equivalent to this green curve divided by the peach curve. How will I find out this green curve area and the peach curve area? Peach is just a rectangle. What is the area of a rectangle? Anybody? What is the area of a rectangle? I took away the chat. Somewhere it went off, so I can't show. Anyway, so the area of this peach color is equivalent to length into breadth. Length is equivalent to L, breadth is equivalent to pi. Therefore, area is equivalent to L into pi. And this area I want to calculate. How will I calculate? I want to find out the area of this green thing, which I can do by integration. So what will I do? I will integrate this curve. So here I have shown L sine theta is what? Let me look at this. From this point to this point in the vertical direction, this whole distance is equivalent to L sine theta. If this angle is equivalent to theta, this will be L sine theta, this will be L cos theta. Right angle triangle if I draw, then this length will be equivalent to L sine theta. So L sine theta will change because theta is changing, and therefore I'm plotting over here L sine theta, integrating it from 0 to pi. This is 0, this is pi. So integrating it from 0 to pi, L sine theta d theta is equivalent to 2L. Simple integration, you can integrate it and find out for yourself. It is equivalent to 2L. Therefore, what will be the probability? Probability is equivalent to this area divided by this area. This area is 2L. This area is equivalent to L by pi. Therefore, 2L by L by pi divided by L pi is equivalent to 2 by pi. And what is probability? By definition, number of events that happens divided by the total number of events. We have learned probability is always given by this. So if n number of pins are cutting, divided by the total number of pins is capital N, small n by capital N must be equivalent to 2 by pi. Because the probability is related to pi, pi can be written as 2 times n by pi. So we have got the formula very easily, which tells us that if you just drop pins onto your parallel flows, you can easily calculate the value of this constant pi by counting the number of pins that is cutting the line divided by the total number of pins given by this formula. Pi is equivalent to 2 pi by n. Got my point? How to calculate or why it is equivalent to like this? But every time it is not necessary that the length of this pin will be equivalent to this length. It may be equal, may not be equal. Suppose I was talking about a coin and the lines parallel. The coin has such small diameter, but the line separation is very much more in the case of a floor. How will I find out over there? I can't use this formula because there the diameter of the needle or the coin is very small compared to the distance between the two lines. So now just think, if probability is equivalent to n by capital N, if I increase the length of this pin, will the chances of cutting increase or decrease? I want you to answer, please. If I increase the length of the pin, this length of the pin, will the chance of cutting this line increase or decrease? Yeah, very good. Length. Yeah, I want you to tell me, will the probability increase or decrease? It will increase. Excellent. Shraddha, beautifully told, it is going to increase. Now, if I make the distance between this and this increase, make it more and more and more, will the probability of cutting the line increase or decrease? If the distance between this line and this line becomes more, then it will decrease. Beautiful, beautiful. So Shraddha is giving the answer and all others are also following. It will decrease. So now I said that the probability will increase when the length increases. Probability will decrease when the distance between the two lines increases. So if I write probability as small n by capital N, then small n by capital N will be directly proportional to the length. It will be inversely proportional to the distance between these two lines. Let me call that distance between these two lines as k. Then I'm saying small n by capital N will be directly proportional to L, inversely proportional to k. And small n by capital N was equivalent to 2 by pi. So if I rearrange, I will get pi is equivalent to 2 times capital N into the length divided by the number of pins which are cutting into the distance between the two lines. Very simple. Therefore, if I use this formula, when this distance is not equivalent to this distance, I will get the value of pi. Did you understand? Yes or no? I want you to tell me yes or no, whether you have followed or not. Yes, very good. So you have followed. And therefore, if I know the total number of pins I have taken, if I know the length of each of these pins, if I know the number of pins that are cutting, if I know the distance between the two lines, I will be able to find out the value of pi. Okay. So now we have realized that we can find out the value of pi. So if we can find out the value of pi, let's see how we can do it further. Okay, I'm not going to tell you this. I've told you already. So this is the formula. Okay, pi is equivalent to 2L capital N divided by N times K, which will give me the value of pi. Now I'm showing you a simulation. Look at this picture and see what you are watching. I'm telling you, what is this? I'm telling you that if it is cutting the line, it will become green in color. If it is not cutting the line, it will be purple in color. The length of the needle is equivalent to 0.39. It is given to us. The distance between the two lines is equivalent to 1. It is given to us. Length between the boards, it's written. Then the number of crosses. How many of the lines are cutting? How many of the lines that were thrown is written over here. Using these values, you can calculate what is the value of pi. I'm repeating the simulation. Watch and tell me what is happening. Carefully, you should watch. Watch, please. Each time the value of pi is being written over here and it is being plotted over here. This line is 3.14. At 3.14, there is a line. Please watch. This is a type of Monte Carlo simulation which I am showing you and which we will also do it. Now, what are you seeing in the graph? The number of throws is starting from a very small number, 2000. Just see, it was hundreds, 100 something, 200 something, 300 something, 400 something, 500 something, like that. It is going gradually till it becomes 1000. Each time the number of throws is increased, the number of crosses also increases. The distance between the two lines and the distance actually of the needle is given to us. From that, we are calculating pi. It is all doing, computer is doing it, I am not doing. And it is giving me the values. The values are plotted over here. When the value of pi is lesser than 3.14, it is giving a red color. Whenever it is more than 3.14, it is green color. Please see. So here it is more than 3.14. Here it is less than 3.14. As the number keeps on increasing, the value of pi is getting calculated and it is plotted on this line. Now tell me what you are watching. I want you to answer. What happened to my chat? Yeah, I want to see what you are answering. That's why I'm making the chat box bigger. Hey. If I make it so big, I can't see my screen. So I will do it smaller. Hey. I'm not able to do it quickly. Yeah. Tell me. The chat has vanished. Okay, can you see that when the number of pins is small, then the fluctuation of this pi is more. As the number becomes bigger, more and more, the fluctuation becomes smaller. But every time it is either little more or little less. Exactly 3.14 getting like this from a situation which is probable cannot be got perfectly. And therefore, he is showing you that as the number is increasing, the value of pi will become better and better and better. Over here from here, this pi is very much closer to 3.14. That means instead of taking 100 or 200 or 300, suppose I take 500, 600, 700, then the value of pi will become better and better and better. That is what this simulation is showing. Can we do the simulation ourselves? Because then only it will be meaningful. If somebody else does it, what is the big fun? If I can do it myself, it will be better. Correct? So I'm now going to help you out in doing the simulation yourself. So now I have told enough of pi. I will show you how exactly simulation can be done. Okay? Willing? Yes?
Yes, madam.
Yes, okay. So now I'm going to show you how exactly simulation can be done. And that simulation will be done with the help of a spreadsheet. So I'm first telling you what is a spreadsheet. Then I will tell you exactly how you can use the spreadsheet. So I'm opening a spreadsheet. Have you seen this in your laptop? How many of you have seen it? How many of you have seen it?
Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
You have seen.
Yeah, madam.
Yes, you have seen. This is called an Excel sheet. Okay. All of you, those of you who are using Windows, will have documents, MS document, MS Word, MS Excel. It will be there in your laptop. If you have not seen, after this is over, go and open your laptop. On the desktop itself, right click and you will see that there is an Excel sheet which is marked as green color and X is the symbol. I want all of you to open the Excel sheet and to use the Excel sheet like how you use for drawing graph, for calculating a calculator. All of you are using calculators, yes or no? Sometimes or the other you require for calculation, you use a calculator. But if you use an Excel sheet, it will be much faster as compared to your calculator. And not only it will do the calculation, it can do many other things which the calculator cannot do. It can plot a graph for you. It can do all functions which can be easily calculated like sine, cosine, log, etc. It can be easily done. You can write a variety of small programs. You don't have to write the program. The program has already been written and it is there. So suppose I want to make a decision. If this is true, then tell me, give me this value. If this is not true, then give me this value. If I want something, all those things are stored inside the Excel sheet. And the best part is, even if you are not knowing computer language, you do not know how to use these things, software, programming, you can still use it. And that is why an Excel sheet is a very powerful tool for all scientists like us, where we are doing physics, chemistry, mathematics. In addition to that, it is also useful for people who are doing history, geography, economics, who are also doing commerce, accountancy, etc. So it is a very useful application available with us for everyone. Everyone It is useful for your mother to write her budget, to see what all she has spent today, or she can make a plan what she's going to cook tomorrow, etc., etc. Who are the guests she's planning to have for your marriage or whatever. She can also use it. Everyone can use it. So it is a very, very powerful tool, and we must all know how to use it. How many of you are interested in learning? Tell me yes or no. I'm telling you, it's a very, very powerful tool, and all of us can use it. How many of you want to learn how to use it? My chat has vanished somewhere. I can't see the chat. Okay. How many of you want to use? How many of you? Yeah. Tell me. Please put in the chat box. You want to learn, don't want to learn. You want to use the Excel or not? I want to hear from you. Meghna, Shraddha, Dheeraj. Do you want to learn? Yes. Only one person wants to learn, all others don't want to learn. If you learn it, you can plot your graph in 1 minute. You don't have to take a graph sheet, paper, pen, dot by dot by dot by dot. The moment you finish the experiment, graph will be ready. And from the graph, whatever you want to line, slope, everything you can find out in a trice. So wouldn't it be nice if all of us could learn it and use it in the classroom? That is why I'm saying that you must learn and you must be able to use. Here I'm showing you how with the help of a spreadsheet, you can do the entire game that I showed you of this pin and needle, find out the probability, and with the probability, you can find out the value of pi very well and in very short time. Okay, so I'm now talking about it. How do I use it? In the Excel sheet, you have some numbers written on top. This is called the column number. This is column A, column B, column C, column D, and so on. And this left hand side, it is written some numbers. Those are called row numbers. In matrix, we have learned column and row. Like that, this is 5th row, 6th row, 7th row. How many there are? Many, many, many. I'm not going to tell you the number. So you can have the calculation on a big, 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 big sheet with plenty of columns, plenty of rows. When I'm talking about a particular place like this, a particular place means I'm going to go over here. When I'm highlighting this, look at the green button over here. It has highlighted the cell. Which cell? What is the address of this cell? It is having column number N and row number 9. So it will be written over here N9. N9 is your column number 9, row number 9, column number N. That is known as the address. Okay. So that is how you can write any block I will click. It is going to have a different column. See, look over here. This is column number M and row number 12. I can go and click anywhere. Column number O and row number 9. So that is your address of a cell. That address of a cell can come automatically by itself, and it will do the calculation also by itself. I'm just showing it to you how. Before I go how to use the Excel, we must understand what we want to do. Then only we can do. Okay. So here I have shown you, let there be two lines. This line is line number 1. This line is, let us say, line number 2. I want to throw one pin. That pin is over here with that arrow. Whether it is cutting the line or not, I want to find out. Like that, I want to put 1,000 million pins, and I want to see whether each one of them have cut or not. And from that, I will calculate the probability. From the help of the probability, I will know the value of pi. Okay. So if I'm considering one pin, let the length of this pin be equivalent to L, capital L. Let this angle be equivalent to theta. Okay. So if this angle is equivalent to theta, this vertical distance will be equivalent to L cos theta, and the horizontal distance will be equivalent to L sin theta. Yes or no? All of us have learned it in trigonometry, and I'm sure we are aware of it. So this is equivalent to L sin theta. This is equivalent to L cos theta. Now, when I throw the pin, where it will fall, I want to know its coordinates. Where will it fall? I should know the coordinates. Now, how will I know the coordinates? It's tricky. Okay. So I'm saying, let it fall like this. Then this coordinate is any coordinate, x comma y. I don't know what it is, but it is x comma y. Once I know this coordinate x comma y, can I find out what is this coordinate? Very easy. If this is equivalent to L sine theta, x over here, so over here it will be equivalent to x plus L sine theta. If this is y, if I go in the y-axis, this will be equivalent to y plus L cos y or cos theta. Therefore, if I know this coordinate x comma y, if I know what is L sine theta, what is L cos theta, I can also find out this coordinate, which will be x plus L sine theta comma y plus L sine cos theta. Is it difficult or have you understood? Have you understood? Yes or no? You please put in the chat box. Right? Yes or no? If this is any coordinate x comma y, what is this coordinate? This coordinate is equivalent to, if I go along the x direction, x will increase. If I go along the y direction, y will increase. So here the x is increasing, it becomes x plus L sine theta, comma y. If I go along this direction, then for this value of x, this will be the same value. But for this value of y, y will become y plus L sine theta. Okay, the coordinate geometry, you have learned it. Therefore, this coordinate will be known provided I know what is theta. But is theta definite? Every time I throw the pin, will theta be the same value? Oh God, the dog also starts barking. Is theta going to be the same value every time? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you following what I'm saying? Then please put in your chat whether yes or no. Is theta going to be the same theta every time I throw the pin? Yes or no? No, it is not going to be the same. So therefore, theta can be any value. I told you that it is going to change from 0 to pi or 0 to 2 pi. It's actually going to change 0 to 2 pi. So if it is going to change 0 to 2 pi, then how will I know the value of theta? I will not know. It will be a random value from any number 0 to any number 2 pi. So x also is not known, y also is not known, theta also is not known. How will I do? All of these are random numbers. But luckily in the Excel sheet, there is a provision for writing or finding out random numbers. See what I'm doing. I go to one cell. Anything I want to do, I want to find out, I want to calculate, I must start with an equal sign. So I did an equal sign. Then there is a command, which is a ready-made command, which is written as rand. The moment I write rand, it is coming over here. There are other commands, rand array, rand between, but I am going to use rand. When I am writing rand, open bracket, close bracket, it is going to do what this command has to do. And what does this command have to do? It will give me a number, any number, random number from 0 to 1. So the moment I do enter, you see I got a number 0.78546964. Okay, I got any number which is between 0 and 1. I want to get another number. I will simply go to any cell, click a delete. I got another number. Just see what I'm doing. I'm simply clicking. And it is giving me every time a different random number, anywhere between 0 and 1. So it is so easy for me to get 1,000 numbers just by clicking, 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 clicking in the Excel sheet. That is why the Excel sheet is so powerful. It can produce any number of random numbers without putting any effort from my side. I just write the random function once, and then I keep on clicking. I will get so many numbers. Okay. So where do I want random numbers? I want to find out the random number x and the random number y and the random number theta. Okay. Therefore, I should be able to get 3 random numbers. I will decrease this. I don't want to spend time over here. I will minimizing it. I want to write the value of X. I want to write the value of Y. I want to write the value of theta. Theta, I'm writing it in theta. And I want to find out what. First, let me show you this. So I have written the value of X. But my X value will always be a number between 0 and 1. But here I told you that I can make this line as 1. This line will be 2. This another line 3, 4, and so on. So if this line is 1, this number will be less than 1. But this number will be more than 1. Since it is going to fall on the whole scale, which is having lines 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to have random numbers starting from 0 to 10. I don't want to have only from 0 to 1. So how can I make it a number 0 to 10? Simply I take this number and multiply it by 9. If I multiply it by 9, look over here, I was doing it over here. Whatever changes I want to do, I will write it over here and make the changes. So I said is equivalent to random open bracket close bracket into 9. The moment I do into 9, I will get a number between 0 and 10. So I got a number over here 6.988. If I change it, just change means go anywhere and delete, it will come a number. See, it is 7.9, 4.59, 2.54, 7.03, 2.80, and so on. I can have so many different numbers between 0 and 9. Same thing I want to do right over here, Y. This number can be any number X, any number Y, which are random. Therefore, I'm going to write another random number. I don't have to write it 2 times. I can simply say Control C, copy, and go over here, Control V. And then it will copy and give another random number for Y. And even though I have copied, please see, random numbers are not repeated. They will be, so what was repeated was the formula that equal to 9 times random open bracket close bracket. So this is 3.99, this is 7.40. If I go over here and click, both of them will change. Please see, both of them are changing. Therefore, any number of random numbers I can generate simply as X and Y and note it down. Similarly, I want to write theta. Theta is a random number which is going to change from 2 pi to 0 to 2 pi. So I'm writing 0 equals 2. Every time you do multiplication, you have to write this star. Then I want to multiply pi. Pi, I don't have to write the value. I can simply write pi, open bracket, close bracket. I hope it will do, and it will write the number. So you can see 6.28 I got, which is from 2 pi random number. If I want to change now, all the 3 will change. Oh no, I didn't do random, that's why. Into random, R-A-N-D, ND, open bracket, close bracket will give me the random number. So I'm doing that. Now you see it is changing. All the 3 will change. X is changing, Y is changing, as well as theta is changing. I hope you have understood this. So I have created random numbers for X, Y, and theta. After having that, I want to write this coordinate. For writing this coordinate, I know X, Y, I know theta. I want to write this coordinate. Therefore, I will write it as X plus L sine theta, Y plus L cos theta. So first, let me find out what is L sine theta. Let me write theta. I can write over here is insert. Please see where I'm going. Insert symbols. And there you have theta written. So I can copy it, insert it, close it. I have written L sine theta. I can also write over here L cos theta. You will be able to watch me and then tell how I'm doing it. Theta, insert, and close. So I've written L sine theta, L cos theta. I want to write the value of this other coordinate. First, let me write what is L sine theta. For knowing what is L sine theta, I should know the value of L. That value of L I have written over here. Length of the needle is equivalent to 0.8. Please see, if I take this L value, I can calculate what is my L sine theta. So I'm writing over here equal sign. I want to take the value of L from here So I took L over here. Into is the star. Then there is a function sign already there. So I'm writing sign, open bracket. What theta? Theta is this value. So I will take this value and close bracket. That means I'm writing C3. C3 is what? Column C, row 3, whatever was written over here. That is my L value. That is L value taken over here. Multiplied by sign of what? P9. It is written in this P column, and 9th row is this number, which is equivalent to theta. It is taken L, it has taken theta. If I do enter, the value has got. So I have got now L sine theta, and here I will write the same thing but L cos theta. So I'm writing into, then I'm writing over here L, then I'm multiplying into, then I'm writing cos, then I'm opening bracket, and I'm writing the theta value. Then I'm closing the bracket and enter. My L sine theta has been obtained. I don't want so many numbers, decimal places. So see what I'm doing. I am highlighting that there is a provision where you can decrease. Look over here. I can decrease the number of decimal places or increase the number of decimal places. I want to decrease. I don't want so many. This is decreasing. Oh, that is increasing. Sorry. You can try and do it and find out for yourself which is increasing, which is decreasing. So I have now shown you, I have written the value of x, y, and theta in 3 decimal places. I found out L sine theta, L cos theta. Hope you have understood how I did. Yes or no? I hope you have understood, because I'm not seeing your chat box. I can't make out whether you are saying yes or no. I hope you have understood. Now, once I have done, I don't have to do it million times, but I want million numbers. How will I get million numbers? Very easy. I am just showing you how to do. I will now highlight all the numbers I want it to be repeated. Go over here, see the plus sign, see the plus sign. Go over here to the corner, then you will drag it. And when you drag it, it will keep on writing the values, calculating the values and writing without you doing anything else. Did you get numbers over here? Yes. Some of them were 0. Now I will come back and tell you why it is 0. Okay. I was waiting for it to make a mistake, then only you'll color. Now when I'm dragging, please note, here I got x, y, theta, L sine theta, L cos theta for this row. Second x value was different. Second y value was different. Second theta value was different, because it is copying, it is writing different random numbers. For this theta value, I should calculate L sine theta. For this theta value, I should calculate L cos theta. From the row number 9, it went to row number 10. From row number 10, it went to row number 11. So every time it goes, please see, it is writing, oh no, I will show you over here. It is writing P10. When I'm going over here, it is writing P11. When it is writing over here, it is writing P12. That means every time I'm going down, it is taking the corresponding number like this. If it is taking the corresponding number, what about L? Please note, here when I'm going to L, if you understand this much, everything is done. I'm going from L. Over here I have written, will I go to L over here? Will I go for L over here? Will I go for L over here next time? No. Since I have to stay over here, it is important that those cell numbers should be written with a dollar. That dollar means it is telling absolute cell. Okay, so where I was writing C3, that L value, I should say take that same L value for all calculation. Therefore, I'm writing $C, $3. Over here also, I should write $3, $C. So I will write $C and $3. Once you do that, that error will get converted. I will now show you. So I have now written dollar. When I go to the next, I'm just showing you these two. When I'm going to the next, I will drag this and go to all the values. The numbers will come back. It won't be 0, because now it is going to take the value of L from that alone sign. Did you see? Now you have got numbers over here because it is taking L value from that position only by making it $C $3. Hope you have understood. That is called absolute cell address. And generally, if I write a cell address, if I write over here C3, then when I go over here, it will take the next number. It will not take the whatever was in C3. It will take it as D3. Here it will take, I'm sorry, C4, C5, C6, C7, like that. But I don't want it to take. Therefore, I have to write over here. If I do this, then it will give me error. Therefore, I have to write it as $3, $3 and $C. If I do that, then if I drag it, it will take 0.8, 0.8 every time. I can drag it up, I can drag it down. Every time it will take 0.8. Did you understand this? Yes or no? Yes or no? I can't see your chat, so I can't make out what you are saying. Drag, ma'am. Yes, dragging. And did you understand when to write dollar, when not to write dollar? When I want one value from a particular cell to be taken over and over again, I should write dollar. If I don't want it to be taken from the same cell, but next cell, next cell, next cell, then I don't have to write dollar. Okay, hope I have made it clear. Now, once I have written all this, I want to, so now I have X, Y, theta, and sine theta, cos theta. But I have not written what is the other coordinate. I have missed out on that. Okay, I think I should. I'm purposely deleting this. I forgot to do it. So let me, I've deleted, created a space. I wrote the coordinate X comma Y, but I have to write the coordinate X plus L sine theta and Y plus L cos theta. So here I'm writing equal to X value plus L sine theta value. Okay. And it will write me X plus L sine theta. Here I will write Y value plus L cos theta. Okay, that will give me the value of the X coordinate of the lower point and XY coordinate of the upper point. I'm just showing it to you once more. I think I forgot, so that's why. How I'm going up and down, I think you are observing me. I wrote X comma Y. I had forgotten to write this coordinate. Therefore, I give space and I wrote. Okay. So I've written X comma Y. This is X plus L sine theta and Y plus L cos theta. Once I have written that, now I am ready. I have got my needle. That needle has XY, X plus L sine theta and X plus cos theta coordinates. It has a particular value of theta. It has these values. Now this is my one needle. Okay. Then I will copy it and make it many number of needles. Simply drag and go forward. It will give me many number of needles. Okay. It got written. So this is one needle. Like that, I'm getting so many needles. How many needles do I have? Please look over here. 2 rows is for one needle. Therefore, I have how many needles? This is 200. And this number, I will see how much it is. This row is 9. So I have 200 minus 9, 8 will be 192, half of that. So I have, because 2 rows makes one needle. So 192 divided by 2 will give me the number of needles, which is equivalent to 96 needles I have. And each of them has given me the values of this coordinate and theta. But whether it is cutting the line or not, how will I know? Now look at this. If you understand this, you will know how to find out whether it is cutting or not. If you look at this figure, if I look at this figure, suppose I say this is line number 1, suppose, then what will this coordinate y-axis will be? Less than 1 or more than 1? Again, I have to see your chat. Then only I can make out what you are saying. If this is line number 1, then this y coordinate over here, will it be less than 1 or more than 1? Less than 1. Very good. And if I'm talking about this point, will this y coordinate be less than 1 or more than 1? Less than 1 or more than 1? It will be more than 1. So only when the y coordinate over here and the y coordinate over here change by 1 unit, then I can say this line is cutting. If this line was over here, not cutting, then the y coordinate over here will be 1 point something. The y coordinate over here will also be 1 point something. Therefore, it is not cutting. So to make out whether it is cutting the line or not, I'm looking at the y coordinate. If this is 8, this is 9, then it should be cutting. I'm sorry. Yeah, why it is coming 0? I did some gadbad. If this is 7, this is 8, then it is cutting. If it is cutting, write 1. If it is 3 and 3, it's not cutting, write 0. If it is 6 and 7, it is cutting, write 1, and so on. So I have made the y coordinate such that if it is different, integers are different, changing by 1 unit, then it is cutting. This I have some mistake is there. And if it is changing by no unit, then it will be 0. Okay. So looking at that, I've made one statement over here. Yeah, this is why it is not doing, because there is an equal sign. Yeah, I have made one statement over here. And what is that statement? If the integer of this number, which is in G column, and minus the integer of this number, which is in G column 11, if it is equivalent to 0, then it is not cutting, write 0. If it is 1 or more than 1, if it is not 0, then you say that it is cutting, and therefore it is 1. Got my point? Please look over here. If these two integers are separated by 1, not equivalent to 0, then it is cutting. If it is equivalent to 0, it is not cutting. So that condition I have written over here. And once I write the condition and do enter, it will calculate. What happened? Oh, equals. Yeah, now it is okay. If it is 2 and 1, difference is equivalent to 0 or 1? If the difference is equivalent to 0, write 0. If the difference is equivalent to 1, write 1. So now the difference is equivalent to 1, therefore it is writing 1. If the difference is equivalent to 0, it is writing 0. The difference is equivalent to 0, it is writing 0. Difference is equivalent to 0, it is writing 0. Difference is equivalent to 1, it is writing 1. So that condition, if I write, it will automatically tell whether it is cutting or not. Once it is known whether it is cutting or not, I can calculate the number of times there is 1 and then tell that the total number of lines that are cutting is equivalent to this much. I'm showing you that. I've written over here sum. Please see sum. All these numbers, if I do sum, then it will tell me 145 of them have been cut out of the total number. So once I know how many are cut, I can calculate the value of pi. I will show it to you by doing once. Then it will be easy for you to understand. Then you watch what I'm doing, and I'm sure you can do it once again when you go back home. So I'm going over here. I'm writing this condition equals if. The moment I write if, that if thing is coming over here, then I will write open logical test, whatever is the logical test, value if it is true, comma, value if it is false. That's what I'm writing. What is my logical test? If the integer of this number, which number? Of my y value, which is in O, Okay, O column and 9th row, but I don't have to remember. Simply I have to right click on that. It will do that. I'm putting a bracket minus integer, int, not ing. That's why it is int is integer, short form for integer. Integer of y value. Chal rahe. Open bracket of which number? This number. Okay. Then close bracket. If it is equivalent to 0, comma, write 0, comma, otherwise write 1. I have written the full command. And then now where will you get this command from? Help. There are tutorials, there is help. If you look at it, you can find out. If you do it 2-3 times, you will understand. And if you have done a little bit of computer language somewhere, you will immediately write this statement. It is not very difficult. If I enter, now it is telling me 0. Why is it telling 0? Because this 7 and 7 difference is 0. Therefore, it is writing 0. Now I want to drag this and write it everywhere. Okay. So how I will write it everywhere? I don't want to write it over here. So I will take both these points and then I will drag. Okay. Because second line, there is no answer for that. Done. So some of them are showing 1, some of them are showing 0. I want to calculate how many. So equal to sum. Sum means total of whatever numbers I have got. Which numbers I have to take? Best part is you don't have to write. You have to simply drag it. And this drag function is very, very, very useful for us to calculate because it is easy to drag. Now I'm writing over here, close bracket, enter. The moment I enter, I will get the answer. And the answer is 52 out of 196. 52 out of 96. So there are 96 pins of which 52 have been cut. Okay. So I hope you have understood this. All that I have tabulated over here for you to see so that I don't spend much time. I did 300 needles. Length of one needle was 0.8. How many cut? 155. What was the distance between the two lines? 1. Therefore, what is the pi value of pi? 3.10. And whenever I calculate the value of pi, I'm going to make some error. And that error is equivalent to 0.2. How to calculate error? I will tell you a little later. So that if I make 200 pins, then I got 3.11. Error was 0.3. When I took 100 pins, the value of pi was 3.08 and the error was 0.4. Please see 300, 200, 100. Number is changing. What is happening to the error? When the number is becoming less and less, the error is becoming more and more. Therefore, it is always better to take large number of needles. Somebody had suggested you should not take small number of needles. Instead of 300, if I take 600, it will become still better. If I take 1000, it will become still better. Therefore, whenever you are doing a simulation, it is always better to take large number of population. That is what I want to say. And is it difficult to take large number of population? Unlike in the matchstick, if I take instead of 100, 300, I will get tired. I don't want to do it. But here I simply pull. So what I will do over here is simply go to the last. Okay, take this whole whatever I want to calculate and then I will go pull it. Instead of 200, I will have 1000 million. Just look at how quickly it is getting full. Or everything is full. So I can immediately calculate and find out by dragging. That is the advantage. Okay. And I showed you that when I'm taking 300, I'm getting less error. When I'm taking 100, I'm getting more error. Therefore, it should be taken. Not only that, I can also calculate not once, but how many times. Look over here. Simply I go over here. Is the value changing? Look here. Every time my value is changing. Every time my value is changing, what I'm doing, I'm simply putting my hand over here in one empty cell, delete, delete, delete. And because the random numbers are generated each time separately, I'm getting separate value. Fantastic. So how many values I can find out? As many times I'm going to do click, 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 I will get that many times. That is why it is so easy to use in Excel sheet. I don't have to do the calculation over and over again. Simply by clicking one button, I get the answers. Okay, again, I'm showing you over here. If I take 300 and I get so many values, I'm just plotting those, writing those values separately. Once I got 3.12, once I got 3.1, once 2.84, once 3.48, etc., etc. I did it so many times. In your lab, you are always asked to do many times so that you can eliminate the random errors. Same thing I'm doing. I've written the value so many times for 300. What is the average value? Average value is 3.08. The value can change from 2.9 to 3.12 to 3.48, all types of values. But the average is very much closer to 3.14 because I'm doing it 10 times. So here I have calculated 10 times. Here I have calculated 10 times. These values, average values, become better by simply repeating the value. So instead of writing once, I have written it so many times and I have calculated the pi. So easy to do because simply I put my hand over here, click, I have one value. I will write it down. Again, I will put over here, put a click, I have another value. I will write it down over here. I can write this, I can write this, I can write this, any number of turns. Since you are finding out the average pi, it will have some statistical error, and that statistical error can be calculated by standard deviation, which is also there in the Excel sheet. I don't have to bother. I will simply write equal STD is standard deviation short, open bracket, and simply take the number of values. Which values? I will take all the values that I have taken, close bracket, enter, and it, why it is not giving me standard 4 to 010 it became 04 STD ST standard deviation is STDEV. I wrote half, that's why it didn't give me. So immediately it is giving me the value. I had already calculated, it is 0.19. Okay, anytime you make any error, go back to this position over here, make the correction. How will you know you have done error? I will show you. If I write STD alone, it is saying it is STDEV.P, STDEV.S, STDEV. I'm doing this. Therefore, I have to write STDEV. I can't do like this. Then I will open bracket and add whichever numbers I want the standard deviation. I will highlight it, close bracket. Anytime you open a bracket, you have to close bracket. And the moment you do enter, the value will come. So now I have found out the standard deviation over here. And this also I have calculated. See over here, even if I do it many number of times to eliminate standard deviation, if the number is 300, deviation is 0.19. If the number is 100, the deviation is 0.27. When this n decreases, standard deviation increases. Therefore, it shows us that yes, you should go ahead and do it for large number. Okay. So once I have told you how to do the simulation, it will be very difficult when you don't know. The moment you know, you can start using it. You will find that it is very simple. Here I have drawn the figure. When the pins are falling, how they are falling and how many of them are cutting the lines. I have told you how to calculate. From that, I'm finding out what is the value of this pi. I simply go to some cell, and when I do click, the graph changes. When I do click, the graph changes. When I do click, the graph changes. So it tells me so many different values. I can do it with a single click. I have made it very, very clear how to find out a plot graph. How to plot a graph, I didn't show you. Already the plot was done. I'm just showing it to you now. How to plot the graph? All that you have to do is, if you see over here, I have purposely written X value over here. Y value for one pin is written over here. Second pin, it is written over here. Third pin, it is written over here. Fourth pin, it is written over here. So that when I want to plot, these 4 coordinates will give me one pin. These 4 numbers will give me another pin. It will not become the same line. If I put this over here, then it will become one line. If I put it like this, then it will become 2 lines. I'm just showing you that much only. So here I'm plotting. I took this much. Okay. I will get 2 lines. One will be for this. One will be for this. So I first highlight. After highlighting, I will say insert. What is happening? Insert, there is a chart over here. I can insert this chart. Okay. I can insert many types of chart is like this line, or I want to plot like this line, or I don't want line. I want zigzag line. I want straight line. And there are many, many things. Suppose I want it like this. That's how I've done. I've got two lines, one over here, one over here. Is it cutting? Yes, this is cutting. This is also cutting. Whether it is matching with my calculation? Yes, this is cutting. This is cutting. So in the graph also it is cutting. Over here also from my calculation it is cutting. Therefore, I'm not making a mistake. If I want more lines, I have to highlight all this more. Then you will get this graph. Okay. You can write in the graph what you are doing. Maybe I want to write heading. So I will write Buffon's needle. Okay. So it is getting written over here. If I do enter, it will be written over here. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope it is making sense, right? So it is telling me this is 2 series because I did 2 points. One is red and one is brown. Therefore, it is coming over here. This is how you can draw the graph. But this is only one particular graph. There is many other facilities. You can draw different types of graph. You can draw bar graph. You can draw chart graph. You can draw pie graph. You can draw hajar things. All that facilities are there. So more and more you use, see so many different types of charts are there. Every one of them can be done. Okay. So this is your details about what type of chart you want, etc., etc. There are so many other features. There is no point in telling you the features because you will not remember. So the best way is to start using it. Then you will remember, or you will be able to find out what each one of them is doing. Okay. After having told you, let me also tell you how to calculate the error of in our expression for pi. We said 2 times capital L divided by k times pi into is equivalent to n by small n. From that I found out pi. Therefore pi is equivalent to this much. Now when I'm calculating pi, n is the number of pins that I'm taking for all times, 300. L is the length of that pin, which is 0.8. K is the distance between the two lines, which is 1. Everything is constant. Only n changes, therefore pi changes. Therefore, error in pi will be proportional to the error in n. And n, how did I get? I got by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, error in n will always be equivalent to the square root of the counting number. So it is square root of n. I substituted this value over here, simplified this, then I got the error in pi, which is equivalent to pi by root n. Exactly that I have taken over here to calculate. See, error in pi is equivalent to pi root n. I have calculated over here. Now for calculation, it is very simple. You just go equal. I want to take the value of pi. I wrote pi. Then I have to divide it. I divided. Square root. Square root, the command is SQRT. Square root of what number? N. Where is n? N is this number. So I click it. I open the close bracket and then I will get the value. The value is equivalent to 0.306122. If I want to minimize the number of digits, again, I told you, go to home and then minimize the digits. I don't want it so many digits. I got my required value by simply calculating it once. So if you write the formula, it will get calculated every time you want to do it. So I think I have explained to you the simulation. It is for you now to tell me whether you have understood, you have any questions. You should have umpteen number of questions because if you are seeing it for the first time, I'm sure you will have plenty of things. So do you want to ask anything about the Excel sheet? Please ask. Otherwise, I will stop sharing and go to the main mode. Any questions? Everybody is silent. Did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Can you do it yourself? Will you make an effort to do it in yourself? If you can't do it, I'm always there. That is not important. But only if you do it by yourself, Will you be able to realize what is your mistake, how to improve it, how to correct it, and etc. Otherwise, you will never learn. And I'm telling you, Excel is a wonderful, wonderful tool. If you learn how to do it, it will be excellent for variety of things, not just for simulation. You can do many things with Excel. If you have any particular question, you can ask me. I'm closing this Excel sheet. Closing. Oh, save. It is telling me save, then only I can close, and I'm not paying attention. That's why it is not closing.
Okay, madam. Now the session is open for the discussion.
Yeah.
Students.
Want and I will explain to you.
Yeah, madam. Yeah, madam.
How many of you have used Excel before? Can you tell me yes or no? Any one of you has used? No, no. That's why it is looking very difficult. But I'm telling you, once you start using, or if you want some coaching how to use it in simple things, I will tell you once more. You ask what you want to know, I will help you. How to calculate, how to draw graphs, how to do simple figures, many things you can do. How to solve your problems, physics problems using Excel, everything you can do. I'll give you some time to think over, go home, open the Excel sheet, try to do simple things. I have given one handbook. From that handbook, you can do simple addition, multiplication, division, drawing graph, drawing a straight line, all that you can do. Once you are sure about that, you can go do bigger things. Okay. So make a start, use the handbook, and then start doing simple things all by yourself. Open your Excel sheet. The Excel sheet is free. You can use it. You don't have to download anything. It is there in the PC. You can simply write some value.
Madam, unmute yourself, madam. Okay. Madam, I thought that the student may interact with you, but they are
not. Yeah, they are scared.
Not.
They are scared, and this is something new, so they are not very sure whether they have understood or not. And give them some time. Let them try it at home. If they still have doubts, please write to me. I am writing my email ID. You can write to me and I will answer. Okay, this is my email ID. You can copy it down. You write if there is any doubt, anything you want to learn, or any simple thing, you please write. I will answer to you and help you out.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. We will go through it and we will discuss with you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your priceless explanation. It was very helpful in future, ma'am.
Yes, it is a very important tool which all science people should use it to the full. Okay, so I'm very sure about it that you will benefit a lot if you start using. All the students I'm talking to you, please make it an effort at least to learn simple things first.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Shall we close now, or
yes,
do you
want
to ask anything? They are totally tongue-tied. Okay, in the next session, we will do a virtual lab experiment. All of you are now having some fear that we can't go to college, we can't do experiments, how will we face our examination? Luckily, we have a lot of sites where virtual experiments can be done as if you are doing the experiment in the laboratory. So the next session, we will do actually an experiment, and I want all of you to participate in the experiment. The topic topic on what we will do is photoelectric effect. Okay, so come prepared. If you know a little bit of photoelectric effect, it will be helpful. We will work on it and actually do the experiment. So I want all of you to come with graphs, paper and pencil, eraser, everything. So we will take the readings and start plotting and learn from that. Okay. How
Okay,
many of you
madam.
are interested in doing experiments at home without any apparatus? Then it will be of great help. You can prepare for your examination by sitting at home and using these apps without actually taking the apparatus from your laboratory. That is the advantage of doing this. And now that there is pandemic, anytime the college will close, anytime you will not have to go to college, but you have to sit for the exam. Under those situations, this will be very helpful for you to do the experiments all by yourself at home. Okay. So right
Madam.
now we will stop.
Madam, within half an hour again we come back and shall we start at 3:30, madam?
Oh yes, I have no problem. Your children should be free.
Yeah, madam. Yeah, madam.
Yeah. So
We'll break up to 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and we'll resume
so
the
3:40. 3:40 we will start.
Madam, 3:40. Okay, fine.
Now
Madam.
it is 3:10,
Yeah,
3:98 actually. So 3:10 we are stopping. 3:40 we will start. Let them have a break. Have coffee, tea, whatever they want.
yeah, madam.
Stretch themselves, stretch themselves, and come back.
Yeah, they can relax for some time. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, madam. We are meeting again at 3:40. Huh?
3:40.
Thank you, madam.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.